Hey folks, today we're going to be servicing this Audi A4. This is a 2008 model with the 2 litre TDI 143 brake diesel engine. The first thing we're going to do is get it up on jack stands at the front, and then we're going to crawl underneath and remove the engine cover or the splash plate on the bottom. To remove the cover underneath the engine, we need to remove the 11 bolts or screws that are around the perimeter of it. These are a flathead screw, and you just need to give it 2 or 3 turns with a screwdriver and they'll pop out. Once we have the 11 fasteners out, the cover drops down at the back, and then you can slide it towards the back of the car and it unclips itself. This is always the messy part. So we're going to back it off until there's no more threads engaged, and then with one hand on our oil pan we can pull the bolt out nice and quick. While the engine oil is draining out, we're going to remove the cover off the top of the engine. We're going to remove the oil filler cap. This will help the oil drain out that little bit quicker. And then we're going to move on to the oil filter, which is located back in here underneath the intake. The easiest way to remove the oil filter is with a 32mm socket, a long extension and a ratchet. These can often be quite tight. There we go. It's often a good idea to have a rag or a piece of cardboard to put your filter into, since they can be rather oily. So this is our new filter. It's a Bosch P9192. It comes with a new O-ring for the cover, and it comes with an O-ring on the very bottom of the filter where it clips into the holder. We're going to remove the filter from the housing or from the cap, put a rag around it and just give it a pull and a bit of a wiggle and it'll pop off. So I've cleaned up this cap a little bit, ran a little bit of brake cleaner on it, and I'm going to remove the old O-ring. We're going to pop the new one on into the same groove without stretching it too much. And we're also going to put a little bit of clean engine oil onto that O-ring, which means it'll seat easier and won't risk damaging that O-ring. A little bit of oil and rub with your finger around that O-ring. Next we're going to pop our oil filter. Make sure it's fully clipped in and pop it back into the housing and screw it up. And we're going to finish that now with the ratchet, 32mm socket and the extension. And that's it tight. So now we're going to put the drain plug back in. We've cleaned up the plug. I'm going to give it a lot of wipe and screw it in by hand. Do not cross thread this or it'll ruin your day. And then we're going to tighten it up. Not going to be over tightening this, just comfortably tight by hand. This engine uses 5W30 spec, VW spec, which is 504-507, and it uses nearly 5 litres of oil. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in probably 4.5, then check the dipstick and top it up after that till the correct level is reached. And our oil level is about 3/4 of the way up the dipstick level, so we're going to call that good. And we're going to pop on our top and bottom engine covers and check we've no leaks.